Now, now add a JWT authentication filter. So for this, I will make a new package and then add this class. So package is, I will put all these type of classes in configuration package, configuration, configuration, and class name is JWT AUTHENTICAT authentication filter. Finish. This is a component, so I annotate with the component, and this authentication filter extend once per request filter. This is a class, and add all the unimplemented method. I also make a constructor for DI, dependency injection. First I format, prevent some error. I annotate with not null annotation. Copy, paste, paste. Now I make some final variable, final string auth header, request header, get header. I extract from header is auth authorization, and second one is JWT. Third variable is for extracting email. So okay, first I check if my header equal to null and auth header, if auth header and token don't include bearer, bearer, B-E-A-R-E-R, then I will simply return first I will filter change dot to filter request and response, and then return. And I then if header is not null and contain bearer, then simply I extract from header all the substring after 7, because before 7 there is a barrier and space. So after barrier I get all the string, and for user email I make a service JWT service and extract username username with the help of JWT. If I pass the JWT token from that, I will extract the user email. So first I to run this process, I will first I will make a service private service and for DI dependency injection I pass this constructor so I can easily use the method. Now make class and I will put in same package in configuration. So this is service, so annotate with service annotation also, and I take some variable like my string secret key. I make this a static because so I can get this get string secret key. Minimum, I think minimum is your requirement is minimum 256 encryption. So you make a lengthy random one. And you can also do it from console terminal or or generate from URL. Second variable is my JWT expiration, and I will make a day. So I want to expire this token in a day. So I 864 put 5 zeros 2 3 4 5. This is equal for one day, and now make a method private string extract. I think I define this in here. So this is a method. From here I make another method. So simply I return it extract claim, and this is this receive token and claims from JSON web token get subject. Token is this one JWT. So I make this token also. Now make a method extract claim and I want to make this generic and public one. Public is get token and functional, not object. Function from Java util. Claims name it resolver. Claims resolver. Now final claims extracted claims equal to, I make another function, another method, extract all claims and pass this token. After applying, after this I simply apply this claims resolver dot apply extracted claims. Now make this method. I think my mouse battery is down, so sometimes it stuck. This one is also public. Okay, return JWTs from JSON web token. Then I run string on JWTs dot pass builder set sign signing key, and we have a method. I will make this method. So first I make method, because if not then give me some, it don't give any solution. Let's make public and type is not pipe. I will take as a key for which one? Security. This key is related to Java security. Java security. Okay, now after that build one dot build dot parse claim with token, and then get body, and for signing key I take a array type of byte, name the variable key, decode the signature value, decoders dot base 64, then decode secret key. I think I secret key encoder. I want to encode this one. leave it for now. Leave it for now. Okay. This key, I have a decoded value in key, then return keys from JSON web token security, and then hmac sha key for this will return the key encoded one. Now for generating token, I make a method public string generate token get argument spelling mistake type of string because it return string after generating token. Method name is generate token argument user details from string dot security. This one return. I will make another method for method overload generate token. I take as a hash map second one is user detail. Now again make this method first remove private and make it public. Type is again string and but now I want map not hash map. So from here remove hash map then use map generic one is string and second take object java. Okay, why is giving error? Object why giving error? This one. Okay, I don't give any variable. I make this extracted ex extracted extracted claims. Okay, now error is gone and I want to refactor. Now simply return this one. I make another method build token, and I pass extract claim or extra claims, whatever you want to name, user details, and JWT expiration. How many time take to expire? Now make build token, make it also public. Let's remove this one and build token take 3 arguments. First map, second one is user details, and third one is expiration type. Expiration. Expiration. Now you name one thing mentioned that you name this variable as a different from this because it is globally declared. So make another variable name, make a different name from that. Now it returned JWTs from JSON web token, then again dot builder, then set claims which extract, then set subject. Subject is user details dot get username, which you pass your email ID. So it extract the user email from this JWT. Then set issue date. What I write contact set expiration Java date from Java lang system dot current millisecond plus expiration, and before that I forgot to add set, then it is issue, set issue date, new date system dot current millisecond, and after set expiration set sign with get sign key first argument, then signature algorithm from JSON web token dot h s26, and then last compact all the things. This is build your token. This is a part of generating a token. Now token is generated. Check for is that token is valid or not, and public boolean is token valid, string token user details user details user details make final string username, extract username and pass the token. It extracted the user email or user name from the token, then return check username is equal user details dot get username and one thing and if this token expired, I make this method also is token. First compare the username and check is that token is expired or not. Pass the token. Now make a method for token expired. This is also public one. Public this return boolean, so type is boolean is fine. Take a variable is a date, type date, expiration date. I will name variable expiration date, extract expiration. Now make another method extract expiration and pass the token. After all that, check expiration date not equal to null first. If that, then simply return expiration date before new date. Otherwise, return as false. Now make this method also make it public. Extract expiration received string as a token, then check extract claims token and see claim from JSON web token get expiration. I think method is complete. Reboot of JWT service. After I stop the server, there is an error. Yeah, till now there is no error, but still it uses a default one, the string security. Now come to the JWT authentication filter. So here you get the user name or user email. After that, we check the condition. if user email not equal to means not null, and security context holder from Spring Security get the context and check authentication. Means I don't want to check every time, so I use this condition user details this. Now again make a user detail service, and there I make a method load user by name. This is a default method. So first I make a variable and inject in constructor. So private user detail user details service from Spring Security, and name here user detail service. Also using constructor, the service. Now you can get the method load by username. Now you get the values, user detail values, you get the object of user details. Now again check if JWT service is token valid from passing the first one JWT and the second one is user detail. If valid, then simply username password authentication token. I use this name as of token and new make object of that user password authentication token. Enter for refactor. First value I pass user details, second one is I don't have value to simply pass as null, and then authorities. After that authentication from this AUTH auth token, set the details. New web authentication details source. Use this one from Spring detail source. This one. After that, build the details passing the request. Now security context holder get context, set authentication and pass the auth token. After all checking the if condition, simply do filter chain, do filter passing request and response. This is the part of your JWT authentication filter. So this part is finished. Now come to service is also implemented. Now come to which one, security configuration. Make a class name security configuration. I annotate this from this is a configuration, so I annotate with config configure, not a configure. Config CONFIGURATI configuration from Spring Framework. Second one is enable first write at the rate enable web security. Third one is enable method security. These three is come from Spring Framework. Now for injection, first I use JWT authentication filter, then private authentication provider, and this authentication provider is come from also Spring Framework security. Okay, now make constructor. is anti provider application provider. Now first add use security filter chain. So I make it a bean public security filter chain. Take argument as HTTP security. And if any exception, then simply throws exception. Now HTTP and then simply return HTTP dot field. One thing mention I want to mention one thing here that I use Spring Security 3.1. Okay, so I use here 3.1 method also. Dot first disable the CSRF token by dot CSRF, then abstract HTTP configure, this one, and then simply say static one. So I call the class by method by class name, then colon disable. After disabling CSRF, authorize authorize HTTP request is lambda auth auth dot request matcher may pass first my URL API v1 auth, and after that use regular expression, means after this URL, after all if I use register login anything, then simply permit all the URLs. Request matches if excluding that, and if any URL come with auth, then simply authenticate all the URL. This is for authentication URL. Then for session, again I use lambda session 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 okay session session dot session creation policy authentication policy is stateless. Then authentication provider. I use authentication provider and add filter before JWT authentication filter, this one, and I use username password filter and then close. And for course, I also check for course. Simply course. If you leave it as it is, then it is a part of Spring Security 3.0. But after that, you define here as an argument and use. Like if you come from JavaScript background, then you know that this is a type of which one, anonymous function. CRS course dot configuration source and course configuration. CORS configuration source CORS COFIGRA. Why is not coming? Course dot is that coming from right configuration. Okay, this is my method name. Configuration source CORS config FIGRAT and configuration. I make this method also for course. I check course also here. This method is private. I leave it as it is. Simply return new course configuration source. Then it return me as this. Now course configuration from Spring Framework web course. Make variable cfg in course configuration, and I take cfg. I take all as first I set allowed origin origins this one, and I want to take as a list. So arrays, no, this one, $arrays arrays from Java util as list. If you working if you work with the front end and React.js, Angular, anything, then you simply pass the local host of all, localhost 3000. This is for React. And if you're running another front end like Angular, then I think it run on this one, and so on. Multiple ports, multiple origin. If you want to add, then add here, and then after set the cfg set allowed methods. I take as a collection from Java util, then this in dot collection my collection is from Java util and not a collection. COLLACS collection. This one as now singleton list, and I pass all, so I use asterisk. This is for header. Now credential set allow credentials, make it true, pass all the credential. If you're using in production, then you can change according to you. Allowed address I will simply allowed all the headers here. Now set expose header. I again take as a list authorization and for message sorry, for message I take as a long, and then return this cfg. For password encoder I make another bean, and this is for password encoder. Return new bcrypt password encoder. I think this part is also finished. Security Java service, and next one is application configuration. Class see application configuration. I put in configuration package. Also annotate with figura din configuration private user repository, private. I use only a single one. Now make a constructor of application. Now first method for provider. User detail service. This is a bean. User detail service. Username, and from user repository dot find by email. If find, then simply get the username, otherwise throw error. Else else throw. New user name not found exception, and simply user not found. And take this code in new line so it can be easy to read. This one for user details. Make another bean. This bean for authentication, public authentication, provider, authentication provider. I use DAO authentication provider. This one I name as a auth provider. Setting auth provider, nothing of status. Set it user detail service. Now set auth provider, set password encoder. Password encoder, where is password encoder? Make a password encoder method here. Password encoder. PASWORD encoder. Create a method. This method is also leave it as private. And then last simply return auth provider. And in here password encoder, I simply decrypt the password. So first make object of decrypt password of We simply return encrypted password. And last one team for public authentication provider. No, no, sorry, not this one. Team for public JWT authentication manager. CATION manager. This one, authentication manager, and as argument I use of authentication configuration, and name as config, and return config dot authentication config dot get authentication manager, and it give me error because it throws some errors exception. Now this part is also finished, so I leave it this from here, and for next part I will continue in next video.